Alright, today we are going to be talking about Wes Anderson movies.
That's Kyle, this is Clayton.
Yo.
And then I found this awesome picture real quick of OK Go, and they're both like band. The drummer's leading on one side, the bassist leading on the other side, and then in the middle we got the keyboardist who's just like, kill me.
Yeah.
This is why
Dan and Tim are just sitting there chilling, and he's just like, no.
Anyways, we're talking about Wes Anderson today. So, with that being said,
Not to get sidetracked or anything.
yeah, because we'll never do that. We just had some sodas because we can't be sued. So, they have 290 calories though, and I was up all night, so I am
Are you a
tired.
pansy?
I am a pansy.
That explains why you're counting calories.
Well, that went down the wrong way right there. Okay, this is going to be a long
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
This is going to be a long video, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Okay. Wes Anderson, though. The Grand Budapest Hotel nominated for 9 Oscars.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of them are. I know editing and cinematography are probably one of them.
Yeah.
So
Also, I believe Best Actor and Best Supporting Roles and such. Best Actress.
yeah, I love the movie. I thought it was just in my mind, that is literally the best Wes Anderson movie he's ever made.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Which
And I've
is-
seen just about every single one.
Which is really crazy because right before we saw the movie, we were talking about Wes Anderson's movies, and we're just like, nothing's gonna beat Moonrise Kingdom. And
Well-
then that came out, and we were just, our minds were blown.
See, no, here's what happened. I snuck out while you saw Noah, and I was like, you know what? I've been waiting to see this movie for a while. I'll go in and I'll watch Grand Budapest. So I snuck out and watched Grand Budapest, walked back into Noah, caught the last 5 minutes of Noah, said, so glad I missed that, and then so glad I watched that.
Yeah. Both really, really bad and really, really good in both of those cases.
Yeah.
Of course. But, no, I just absolutely love Grand Budapest. Just its simplicity and,
And complications.
every single shot is a wide shot. But it is just, so artistically beautiful. And it's just, who thinks that, I would never imagine myself creating a movie like that. But I couldn't imagine, anything looking better than that.
Yeah, it's really well done. Well, I mean, if you're talking purely cinematography, I would go with 2001: A Space Odyssey. I mean, that movie is
But-
just beautiful to look at.
I'm talking simplicity because the thing is, nobody will ever pass up how Stanley Kubrick's movies looked, because a prime example, Interstellar just came out, okay,
It's being compared.
and it's being compared, and the movie looks better than anything that has come out in a really long time, but it's still,
Galaxy or whatever. What was that movie with George Clooney and
Gravity.
Gravity? By far better than that.
Yeah. It's been the best space movie that has almost ever come out, but it's still a whole nother level behind Stanley Kubrick in 2001. I hate the story of 2001 and I can't get through it, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's funny that I make it through a movie that you can't.
I try so hard. So hard.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. No. Huh?
Scoot up a little.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
I'll
So,
edit-
anyways,
I'll
we're
edit
gonna
that part out.
we're talking about Wes Anderson, and he's my favorite director, and he has made some of my favorite movies. I love almost all of them. Screw you, Life Aquatica. But other than that, we're good.
Did you watch the one with the train?
The one with the train.
Where the three brothers ride the train? Adrian Brody
Oh yeah.
and Owen Wilson and
Yeah.
then whatever his name is.
I can't remember his. I think it's.
He's in
Javier-
Rushmore or whatever. But did you watch that one? Was
Yeah.
that any good?
It was okay.
It's just okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
you know my favorite one. So when I compare it to that, I'm kind of just like, eh.
Up until like Fantastic Mr. Fox, his movies weren't that great. I mean, Rushmore was good. The Royal Tenenbaums was good, but the other ones were just kind of, that was fine.
I'm gonna lord that over me the rest of my life, or at least until I see Royal Tenenbaums.
I'm sure you'll get to it eventually.
I will, but it's so many movies.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I can argue whether Rushmore is good or not, but
is Rushmore not good?
Rushmore is great. I don't like it.
I thought it was really good. I've liked it on Facebook, and I have like 15 movies I have liked on Facebook, and that's it.
I could probably name them.
All right, guess what they are.
All right, I'm gonna guess. I'm
gonna pull it up.
Schindler's List, Grand Budapest Hotel, Rushmore, There Will Be Blood.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have 70 likes on Facebook.
That's a little more than 15.
I'll just go through the ones that I recently liked.
I was right.
Emily, Spectre, but that doesn't really count because that hasn't come out yet. Magnolia, The Artist, The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby.
You saw that?
I did. It was awesome.
Oh.
Locke, Rushmore, Interstellar, Rear Window, The Master, Boogie Nights, American Hustle, Wait Until Dark, and I'm just going to stop there. So.
Alright.
I didn't realize I had that many.
You liked The Theory of Everything?
I just liked it so I can get its posts. And it was before I watched the movie, which the movie was stupid.
Yeah.
So, I guess I should unlike it. I don't know.
Yeah, you should. Screw you, Stephen Hall.
Okay.
Let's see. What were we talking about?
Rushmore.
We're gonna get off topic here. Mm-hmm. So Rushmore was a great movie, and yes, all the shots are simple. All the characters have complexities to them and have character. Even the side characters are really awesome.
It is really, really good. I just love the overblown, how overblown it is and how much effort he's going in to try and get this girl. And I need to watch it again because I need to like really, really dig into it. But I thought it was just an unbelievable movie. Yeah, it took me by surprise. I thought it would be like one of his lesser movies, but it was actually one of his better movies. Like I liked it more than Royal Tenenbaums. But
okay then. See, that's comments like that make me want to not watch Royal Tenenbaums, even though people blow it up.
Here's the thing about Royal Tenenbaums. The thing about Royal Tenenbaums is it's a good movie. It definitely has his style and everything, but it was too early for him to have the Wes Anderson stamp.
All right.
So it was kind of just your standard ordinary story with like a Hollywood twist, you know. It was kind of like
it was quirky, but not Wes Anderson.
Yeah, it was just kind of like your normal. I don't want to call it a rom-com, but it was basically a rom-com type story. You know how you have this family, and then you have this father who's trying to get back into his family. So it has kind of like that type of story to it.
Oh, okay. I don't hate those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
I hate rom-coms, but I don't hate those kinds of stories.
Well, it's just really simple like that.
Yeah.
Nothing like crazy. The characters are really good, and that's what keeps you invested, not the story. Yeah. Unfortunately, but as his movies go on, do you think it's more style over substance?
Well, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, he does like to...
I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is style over substance.
Oh, by far.
Because the characters aren't as good as, say, Moonrise Kingdom or as deep or in...
It was also a children's movie. So.
Yeah, that's very true.
But I always stand by the fact that a children's movie should be judged just as much as an adult movie. Mm-hmm. Because we shouldn't talk like down to kids. We should encourage them.
I mean, it was. I was thinking about that literally yesterday while I was at work. Like, it was a kids movie, and I remember like people saying they got all these like really big name actors, but none of these kids know these actors, and
it's just kind of like, I wish they were in bigger roles and bigger stuff and got some appreciation for what they did.
Yeah, I'm not a big George Clooney fan, but I liked him in that. Like, his voice fit his role.
Yeah. Did you know that George Clooney actually got his first job from, I am forgetting his name.
It was in the ER, right?
No, it was in Roxanne.
Right, because of John Goodman.
John Goodman saw him on the street or something, and he's like, started being friends with him. All of a sudden, he like, you want to be in this show? Got him a job on the show. So thank you, John Goodman, for that.
Now we got Gravity.
Thank you for that.
He's done some good stuff. He produced Argo.
And 5 good movies he's acted in.
Man Who Stared at Goats.
I didn't see that one.
That one is hilarious. You would die.
Probably would. I've seen it, like bits and pieces of it. That's pretty funny.
Think about the actors in it. George Clooney. Okay. Jeff Bridges. Kevin Spacey. Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. This movie seems like something I would have seen a long time ago.
It's called Men Who Stare at
It's more of along the lines of, I haven't seen it because, like, I haven't seen Roll at 10 Bucks. I don't have the time as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm. Well, you also do other things besides, like, me. You go to work, play video games, and then occasionally watch movies. Mainly TV shows. Right.
And occasionally hang out with friends.
Occasionally, when they don't flake out on us. I'm sorry, I'm still in remorse.
You got abandoned. It's okay.
Yeah. Instead, we're here recording with this really bad mic that won't stay up. There we go.
That's a pretty good mic.
I like it. Oh, it's fallen.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
I don't even know how to keep it up. Oh well. We'll see if it stays. It's kind of like an eyeball. I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So is Grand Budapest Hotel definitively his best movie? Alright. Or how far behind... His second best movie is Moonrise Kingdom. We'll say that. How far behind is Moonrise Kingdom from that?
About 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes? What does that even mean?
It means that the movie itself was too short.
Oh, yeah, very true.
Like, there's nothing wrong with short movies.
But Grand Budapest Hotel is long, and you kind of feel its length. But
at the same time, I was enjoying it the entire time.
You enjoy it. You definitely enjoy it. All right. So I'm gonna ask this question then. What at a point in the movie, whenever after they shoot down the mountain
and he says, "Holy shit, you got him."
Yes, at that point, I was just like, okay, movie, you have me. Just take me to the finish line, okay? So at what point did you say, I give up, just take me, movie?
When it said Wes Anderson at the front.
At the title sequence.
Yeah, it was like, made by Wes Anderson. Okay, you got me. Mm-hmm. You got me, take me where you're going.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one thing that I majorly want to talk about before we're done, and that is in Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah.
There is an awesome conversation between Bruce Willis and the main kid. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
And it's when they're in Bruce Willis's trailer, and they're just talking back and forth, and Bruce Willis sits there and he goes, "Yes, You probably are more intelligent than me. You probably will grow up to be awesome and smart and everything. But guess what? You're a kid right now. So, you don't know what's best for you.
Okay.
I know what's best for you. And you're going to have to suck it up.
That is literally one of the best conversations in film history. Like, you just watch that and you're just enjoying it so much. Like, I have never enjoyed a conversation more than that.
It's just so awesome because he kind of... It's not like he's talking down to him in that situation, but he's kind of like, you're a kid. You don't know what's best for you at this point.
Yeah.
We, the adults, know what's best for you, even though we know their situation. And in all actuality, they're probably not the best people to decide this.
Yeah. It's very bizarre because the adults act more like childs and the kids make all the mature decisions.
Yeah.
Even though they're very extreme mature decisions. Like running away from home and from the life that you know.
Or deciding that because this other guy you didn't like didn't have parents, that you have to help him because what you did was being a douchebag. Like, I love that part. They're just sitting there. We're just a bunch of mean jerks.
Right.
Because I'm just sitting there thinking, how did these kids reach this conclusion?
Yeah. The way he writes dialogue is really awesome. Like, it's very simple and everything. Like, that's the one thing I like about Marvel. Like, their dialogue, it's very simple and straightforward, but it's very funny.
Right.
That's the only thing I like about Marvel. I'll just say that.
All right. We're going to have to do a screw because I know you don't like the F-bomb. And you probably don't want it in your videos.
Well,
okay. All right. That's fine.
If you want to do that.
I'll cut us as much as I want now. Thank you.
Yeah. What separated the Grand Budapest from Moonrise also is, I think, the just the color palette. It's so much more.
It is a lot.
It's
more
more
brighter.
It's a lot more colorful and. You can really tell that this was the movie that Wes Anderson dreamed to make.
Yeah, it
it honestly wouldn't surprise me if he retired right now.
He wasn't bogged down by a rating. He wasn't bogged down by actors. He wasn't bogged down by a studio. He was just let loose and told make a movie, and he did, and he had fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like
the only I am under the theory that Wes Anderson is slowly building up his movies.
Mm-hmm.
So he did PG with Fantastic Mr. Fox. He did PG-13, Moonrise Kingdom. He did R with Grand Budapest.
I
think he's going to do a porn next. I think he's going to do a porn.
I hope he. I don't want to see the porno Wes Anderson. I feel like that's just going to be the worst thing ever.
And then he's going to go back to PG. And then he's going to do PG-13 and R. And then another porn. And so on and so forth.
Please no. I will pray every night so that I don't have to watch that one.
I could edit it so you wouldn't have to watch the porn bits. You can just see the story and the cinematography. Yes, I would watch it. You're damn right I would watch it.
No, but it was his prize baby, and you look at famous directors and their prize baby, like Chris Nolan with Inception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm trying to think of Paul Thomas Anderson's one, and I want to say There Will Be Blood, but I don't think that's it.
That's
because,
not his baby.
Yeah, I think he hasn't made his baby yet.
Yeah.
Well, his baby technically was, because that was his first one and the one he really wanted to make. So I guess Boogie Nights, which was really good. But anyways, and then
screw Mark Wahlberg. I'm intent on pissing off as many people.
Peter Jackson and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So whenever directors have free range, they make really good movies.
Yeah, just imagine what would happen if people said no to Quentin Tarantino every now and again. He might actually start releasing stuff that is phenomenal instead of just great.
Yeah. Quentin Tarantino is always kind of like that guy who I can't get my finger on because I think he enjoys making movies and it's really awesome to see directors that enjoy making movies, like Quentin Tarantino and Wes Anderson. They don't care if they get like
Popular.
or they get an Oscar or anything. They just want to make a good movie, you know. And you look like at guys like Chris Nolan who are desperately trying to get that that Oscar, even though it doesn't really fit their style. Like, to get an Oscar, you have to really have a certain style, like Steven Spielberg,
Yeah.
which Chris Nolan doesn't have. And so he's putting out like a movie like Interstellar, which wasn't a bad movie. It just, if that is his Oscar, like, give me one, then it's just, yeah.
It's his worst movie.
Is it though?
Name one worse.
Dark Knight Rises?
That wasn't even his. They just kind of like slapped his name on in the end, and he was like, "Well, I guess this is happening."
Yeah. Insomnia?
He did okay in that. It's not bad by any means. He got Al Pacino.
I would say that it's worse than Interstellar. Here's the thing about Chris Nolan. We're saying talking about his worst movie, and they are good movies, and we're just like splitting hairs here trying to decide that. No, but Wes Anderson really enjoys making movies, and it's fun to watch his movies.
You can tell he puts a lot of effort, and he loves putting effort into the movie. One thing I'm going to talk about is Clayton loves symbolism in his movies, and there was a scene in Moonrise Kingdom.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a symbolism thing, but I figured it out.
Alright, so there's a scene where everybody's walking towards the camera after this wedding. And
I'll actually show it in the video, but
that's fine. I expected you to.
yeah, I will.
Right. So they were all walking towards the camera, and one of the people gets split off from the group, and then he quickly reforms into the group. And Clay, for the longest time, sat there saying, "It means something. It means something. It means." I have no idea what it means.
It does mean something, but it's not symbolism. It's to basically say to the audience, hey, you know this guy right here? You can put him aside. It's okay. We're just going to focus on them, you know?
Yeah.
So that's all it meant.
Or it could just be that there was a pole in the way and he walked around.
Well, here's the thing. He built, didn't he, built that whole camp, from scratch? So
Pretty much.
why would you put that there?
For aesthetics.
It's literally just...
He set up a trampoline and got a professional trampolinist to do it for a 5-second bit.
Mm-hmm. And everybody noticed that. Not everybody noticed this post, but I did.
I noticed the post, but I just thought it doesn't matter.
You've watched the movie 7 times, though.
What? I've watched it 20 times. I love that movie.
Okay.
What are you talking about, boy?
Okay,
Step in line.
I really want you to answer this question because you skipped out kind of last time. How far behind is Moonrise Kingdom from Grand Budapest?
I stand by my statement. 30 minutes.
So if it was 30 minutes longer, you would think it would be
I
better?
know the 30 minutes that needed to be added, too. Alright. It needed 30 minutes with him and Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
If they added 30 minutes to that, the runtime would have been perfect. It would have gotten more development for his and Bruce Willis's relationship, which didn't get enough time. I'm not saying I don't buy that he was willing to live with Bruce Willis. It was more about him wanting to be with the girl than him accepting Bruce Willis. But it still would have been nice if they had shown more of the relationship. Plus, I really love the one scene where they do talk, and I would love to have more of it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Give me a percentage. Because I agree with you. I totally agree with that statement. Is it 10% behind? Is it 20%
It's about
better?
15%.
15%?
Yeah, it's about
Okay.
15%.
That's kind of big percentage. I don't know. Is it really that much better?
15% is still an 85.
Yeah,
An 85 is a B, and a B is very good in my book.
so if we're comparing, 0 is Life Aquatica and 100 is Grand Budapest, then it's at 85.
85. Good. freaking good.
But that's a big gap, and I don't think any other movie comes in between that.
Nope.
You know?
Yep.
Like, you look at Chris Nolan again. If his worst movie is Insomnia and Interstellar, okay, that's 0. 100 is Inception. 99 is Dark Knight, okay? And then you get... See,
I'm giving you the look right now.
Inception is better than Dark Knight. Don't lie.
I'm biased, so I'll let it slide.
Well,
This is a conversation for another time.
okay. Well, I will have this conversation another time.
But you continue with your statement.
There's a lot of movies in between that, you know.
He's also done a lot more movies.
There's not like you're not jumping. Wes Anderson's done like a gabillion. You know, if his
He's done like 20.
if his movie
He has done 20.
if his best movie is 100 and his second best movie is 85, that's a big gap. That's a really big gap.
Okay. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say that.
And I kind of agree with you, but I don't know why I'm arguing about this. But
it's a hard thing to argue against. It's not. I'm by no means saying that a B is a bad thing. B is very good in my book. Mm-hmm. When I regularly get D's in school.
When you compare it to an A, which this movie was
it's
definitely...
not an A. It's an A plus. All right. Here's how I'll put it. Grand Budapest is 120%. Moonrise Kingdom is 105. All right.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I'll put it. Out of 100, Grand Budapest is 120. Moonrise Kingdom is 105. Okay. They're not bad by any sense, and that's not what I'm saying.
They definitely aren't bad movies, but the thing was, like, Grand Budapest literally blew my mind away. It was by far the best movie that came out this year. By far. You know? Maybe, I'm trying to think of what came out last year. American Hustle came out last year. Yeah. That was pretty good. Honestly.
Lock came out this year.
Lock did.
Drop came out this year.
Yep. two Tom Hardy movies that we're talking about right here. I'm trying to think of what else came out that...
What? You really can't think of this movie.
Boyhood.
Gone Girl.
Oh, Gone Girl did come out. Gone Girl is a close second.
Yeah. I stand by my choice. I lost a bet to him. We said if we watched this movie and I admitted that the movie was great, then I would not complain about Ben Affleck being Batman until the movie Batman came out. Or Batman vs. Superman, or whatever they're deciding to call it. But I came out of that movie. I was speechless for about a minute.
I was just sitting there. When we got to the car, I was just dying laughing.
He started laughing for a minute, and then I turned to him and I said, "That was fucking awesome."
That literally blew my mind. Like, I did not expect that movie at all. Like, for it to be a twist, but not being a twist, it was really good. Like, it reminded me, as much as I hated it, it reminded me of Seven in how the ending was.
I never saw Seven.
It's not that great. Everybody loves it, and I know everybody who's
watching
this, they're going to be
spoil.
like, who's watching this video are going to be like, oh, why don't you like Seven? Please give me a break, guys. Just let me talk real quick. It reminded me of that ending, and how it was a twist, but it wasn't really a twist. And you're just kind of speechless at the end.
I haven't seen something.
American Sniper came out this year, too.
I'm going to piss off some people now. Okay. Drop your patriotism for 5 seconds. How good was this movie?
Yeah.
No. Don't avoid the question. Answer.
Oh, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
No, it was, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this year, besides Drop, Gone Girl, Lock, and Grand Budapest, and Lego Movie. I'll mention that one too.
Lego Movie came out last year.
Came out like around February last year. Or 2014, yeah. Jinx. And then, you're fine, Kyle.
Alright.
Like,
I was gonna be like, how are you gonna do this, man?
I don't know. I was gonna talk about something lame though. Like, everything else this year was just kind of Boyhood, Imitation Game, right? Theory of Everything,
Yeah, I'm just kind of... Throughout this entire thing, I'm kind of sitting there, Or Guardians of the Galaxy was good. That came out this year, or last year.
I wouldn't compare it to like the best of the movies this year. I wouldn't compare it to Lego Movie. I wouldn't compare it to The Drop or Locke or Grand Budapest.
No, but it's better than what Marvel has been shitting out recently.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Marvel because... Final thoughts. Where does Wes Anderson rank as a director in the history of time?
I've already stated this. He's my favorite.
He's your absolute favorite.
He's my absolute favorite.
Okay. That's a hard choice for me because I really like Alfred Hitchcock. I like Chris Nolan, Paul Thomas Anderson. So he's behind them. He's in top 20. He's not in top 10. I'll say that.
He's my favorite, but by no means is he the best director ever.
No.
That's what I'll say. He's my favorite, but I can willingly admit that people have shot movies better and done movies better.
Here's the thing. I will watch... He's one of the few directors where I will watch with friends. Like, if I'm watching Paul Thomas Anderson, I'm watching that by myself.
Yeah,
you know?
That's something you got to do on your own.
Yeah, but with Wes Anderson, you want to like see everybody else's reaction to these crazy things going on.
You kind of like look around and you're like, did that seriously just happen?
Yeah.
That kid just got struck by lightning. That happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then your friends kind of nod to you, and you're like, wow.
Want to know what I want to do?
What?
This will be our kind of segue.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a... I just got out of the SpongeBob movie. And no, yesterday. Friday. It was Friday morning. I went. And it was probably... It's like 12 o'clock, so there were no kids there or anything. It was probably like one of the quietest movie theaters ever. But what I want to do is show that movie to a bunch of college kids who enjoy the original SpongeBob movie. Because there's like some, like, quote... They try and do... throwback jokes, you know, like pop the bubble. I want to do that show the whole movie with a bunch of college kids who know those quotes and just
pop the bubble.
Yes, exactly.
Pop the bubble.
Pop the bubble. Pop the bubble.
I still haven't seen it.
Pop the bubble. All right. So I'm Clayton. This is Kyle, and we are done. Pop.